And welcome back. We kick things off with football. The Reggae Boyz pulled off one of the biggest victories in their history when they stunned Canada 3-2 in the second leg match of their CONCACAF Nations League quarterfinal tie at the BMO Field in Canada on Tuesday. It was Jamaica's first win over the Canadians in Canada.
It was like rising from the dead. The display of the Reggae Boyz is usually reserved for a movie. But the Jamaicans had their own show to star. And as you know, the star doesn't die. Trailing 2-1 from the first leg, the Reggae Boyz found themselves even further behind when Alphonso Davies made it 1-0 on the night and a 3-1 on aggregate. But according to assistant coach Meron Gordon, even at that time, confidence didn't drop.
The thing about the only being down one at halftime, it didn't change the amount of goals we said we at least needed to be in the game, which is 2. Because, you know, at 2-1 we still level the game and then we could go from there. So the plan didn't change, we still needed 2 goals. The boys were kind of at each other for, you know, some of the players that they think, you know, weren't giving enough. You know, but it wasn't that, it was just probably how tense they were. You know, because you want to do so good for the nation, you want to do so good for yourself.
But they needed a lift, and they got it when Shamar Nicholson breathed life in the game for the Jamaicans in the 63rd minute.
Fine work here. Nicholson!
Blood was pumping even more when Nicholson ripped apart the Canadian script 3 minutes later, and what started as a frosty night was now as hot as summertime for the hosts. The Canadians did try to put the script back together through Ismail Kone, who thought he had wrestled back the advantage in the 69th minute. But putting back the pieces together wasn't going to be easy, and that was tossed through the window courtesy of Bobby Reed's 78th minute penalty. It ended 3-2 on the day, 4-4 on aggregate, with the Jamaicans going through on the away goals rule.
Very, very important to us, important to the Federation. Important for the windows next year. You know, all our windows next year are covered. We don't have to look in international friendlies because, you know, we have Nation League semi-finals and finals, and then we go straight into Copa after that. So the windows are covered, and it's very important for us to qualify for major tournaments like this.
However, the fight back started with a switch in position when Michael Hector went into defense and Damian Lowe took up residence in midfield.
It's something I spoke to Coach about a few months ago that, you know, against Serbia, he played a good game in midfield. But last night we need that urgency, that you know, level of confidence in midfield that Damian does naturally possess. And, you know, he made an early tackle in the second half that really set the tone for the rest of the half, and he really made a difference for us in the second half.
But Gordon says low position in midfield is not a permanent one.
No, we will not say that. You know, we'll assess, you know, game by game what is best for the team and do what's best for the team.
The Reggae Boyz will now prepare for their semi-final game against the USA on March 21 in Dallas, Texas, with the final to be played 3 days later. Jerome Foster, TVJ Sports.